Welcome, welcome, welcome again. Thank you so much for joining again. Thank you so much for joining again. It's a pleasure to see all of you. I hope you are enjoying the new season we are bringing out to you. Thank you for those of you that have watched the last episode for last Saturday, which is a case study from Bournemouth. We are coming to Darlington today. Cheers! UK's child protection and safeguarding has become a matter of concern. The number of children going to care system now is becoming alarming. We are advocating for support for families. Voices of the children must be heard, and at the same time, they must be protected to have that right to family life. Let me first of all say to every one of us, those of us joining us now, please, we will love you, we appreciate you to please put your comments. Please engage. Let us know if you have any questions. And please let our comments be kind. Let's have that empathy. Let's have that humanly care and appreciate whoever we bring on this platform. It is not easy for someone to share their lived experience. And you all know lived experience is very, very important, especially while we are campaigning for a better support to families. We want the UK government to understand this is the time to protect children and safeguard them and support the family in general. Once again, thank you for joining us. Today, we are bringing a case study from Darlington, United Kingdom. Please, before you go, subscribe. If you are yet to subscribe, support us by subscribing now. And you can see the notification button, press the bell so that you will be the first to be alerted when we have a new video being uploaded. We have looked through your comments from the last session and we are answering them one after the other. So I want to say thank you to all our supporters. I want to say thank you to those of you that have been our backbone. Year 2023 has been challenging, very, very tough, but God did it for us. We were able to achieve a return of 55 children, and we were able to stop more than 100 children from going to care. But there are still more children that need our voice. There are still more parents that need our support. Please, let's come together and do this together. Invite your loved one. You can't enjoy this alone. Please share it, share it, share it. Put your comment, start putting your comment, start sharing. Invite your loved one to join our YouTube channel now. We are going to release this to you today. And this is a lived experience family are facing. It's up to you if you believe. But if you think you are perfect and this can never happen to you, you can't tell. This is real life. It is happening. Once again, thank you for joining. To all the team members, thank you so much for all your efforts, your volunteering, your passion, your time. We appreciate that. We say thank you so much. So, without wasting much of our time, I want to bring that person for today from Darlington. Hello, madam. Are you there?
Hello, everybody. Hello.
Thank you very much.
Of the season.
Thank you so much for coming on live to share your experience. We sympathize with your family, but we thank God family are now reunited. Can you take us back on the first day? How does this happen to you? And how did you feel even before you get in touch with Save the Woman? Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Compliment of this season. And before I go ahead, I would like to apologize. I have a bit of cold, so my voice is not really clear, but I will try my possible best to be audible and not too fast so you can hear what I'm saying. So basically it happened. I was a year plus in the UK. And before I came to the UK, I've been a very engaging parent with my children. What I mean by engaging is I have time for my children. That's my personality brand. Like the private schools my children were in Nigeria, the proprietresses, the teachers, head teacher, that's one thing they know me for. They will be like you and your umbilical cord. There's nowhere they see me that they don't know me with my children. Anybody who knows me knows with my children for positive. Even though we are not perfect, we still have our flaws. But that was my personality brand. So being in the UK for a year plus, that fateful day, I was really sick. I managed to take my children to school. And although the school is around the environment, like 6, 7 minutes trek away from my house, so I had managed to drop them off in school. And I got back home. The place I sat when after I dropped them, that was where I was till they closed. It was just drug medication and the drink I used in taking the medication that was on top of the table. So I managed to stand up. I was about closing my door when three people walk up to me, two ladies and a man, and we greeted. I was even thinking they were looking for somebody or a way. So I gave them audience attention. They brought out their ID card like they do in films. They brought out their ID card like they do in movies and introduced themselves to me, and that they want to have a word with me, I should open the door. And I told them that I was late for a pickup for my children in school. They said that wouldn't be necessary and that they've taken care of that. Immediately I heard that because even after they introduced themselves, I was not perturbed. I was like, there was nothing. So I was still free. It was when they now told me that there wasn't any necessity for me to be bothered about picking them. I was like, what was going on? They said they cannot see anything outside. I should open the door and let's get in. They want to have a talk with me. So I opened the door. We came in. I was sat on the table. They asked me, who has that medication? I told them it was mine and I was not feeling too well. That so what happened? They said there was a disclosure in school that my child has disclosed that I used to physically abuse him. So that was why they came, and is against the law, and that was why they came. Do I do that? I said, no, I don't do that. They said, have I done it before? I said, no. They said, what about back home in Nigeria? Was I doing it? I said, no. And I took my phone. They said, am I videoing them? I said, I'm not videoing you. I just want to put a call through to my husband. They said, yes, they had called him. And I said, okay, I will call him again. So I called him. They said, no, I shouldn't bother. They are calling him, right? One of them said he was calling him already. The school had already given um them his number. So when they were calling him, I now use Yoruba. I was like, Ejo, whatever you are doing, Tete Wale, leave it. Ma bonle, bye, bye, bye. So they now asked him, um, how many minutes will it take him to come? He told them about 30 minutes he was driving. So they now said, okay, they can't wait with me for that 30 minutes, but before then, they want to search the house. I said, why? They said they have to search the house. So I followed them. They were, because I've been hearing news about having physical contact, being draggy and all that. I didn't even have the strength to do any of that because I was really, really weak. So I followed them upstairs. They checked everywhere and they came back downstairs and they were like, right now, they will be going back to the school, but they don't want to see me around the school premises. They don't want to see me anywhere around the children, that they will come back and get back to me. When they left, they went through the front. I have a corner road I used to pass to the school. So I went through the shortcut and I went to the school. I think they saw me through the camera, the policeman that was, because the three people who introduced themselves to me, one said she was a safeguard, he was a safeguard police. The other one said she's a social worker. Then the other one introduced herself as this social worker for the school. The safeguard police came and said he had told me in the house and that he doesn't want to see me around the premises. What am I doing here? Do I want to cause a scene? Do I want to make everything more serious? I said, it's not about that. I brought my children to school this morning with the intention of coming to pick them. You cannot stop me from seeing my children, of which I don't even know what was going on. You told me my children said this, and I was not there when the acclaimed word was said. So I need to see my children to actually know what's going on. He said, no, I should go home. So I didn't want to cause a scene. I went home. Minutes later, they came. My husband and I missed ourselves on the road because I followed one side. He did not know I was followed another side. So I got home. A few minutes later, the three of them came and said I should start packing my things and that I'm a threat to the children, that I cannot stay in the house, that I have to leave the house for some time and come back when everything was resolved. I said, why? I was crying. I said, why? Why would I leave the house? For what? What is going on? I have never have been in that school for more than 1 year. I have never had any cause of argument or disagreement with the school. We don't come late. I pick my children right on time. There's nothing like attendance calling for absenteeism or anything, which I know is not like it's a forbidden thing. No, it can happen. But in my case, because of to avoid this kind of wahala, I have never had any of such. And this is me. Even in Nigeria, I've never been to the front of inside police station before. It's in the UK I will come to and be doing police wahala. So I was devastated. I was melted in tears and pain. I was traumatized. They said I should start packing my things. I said, for how long am I going to be gone? They said, I won't be gone for long. I should just pick few things and go. They followed me again inside the house while I was picking my things. That was the policeman then who followed me. I picked my things. They said, they have an accommodation for me if I have somebody to stay with or no, they have an accommodation for me. I said they shouldn't bother about the accommodation. I have somebody to stay with. They now said, okay, that they could give me a lift if I don't mind. I said, I don't want their lift. That was how I left the house. They were the ones who locked my door and took the key to go and give to my husband, to go and give to them. So I left. On my way going, I was confused, like I didn't know what to do. I was just confused. And I said, God, I don't know what to do. So I had two options in my mind. One was to go to a friend who her sister was a social worker, and the other one was to call one of my male friends. We worked together. So I called his wife. I called the wife. The wife did not pick, so I called the guy. So he said, wherever I am, I shouldn't talk. I should just keep quiet and stand where I am. He's coming right there. That was how he came. That was my saving grace. That was what God used. He came with Mr. Lekon, Save the Woman's Pastor. When the guy came, he was like, did you beat your children? I said, I don't beat my children. Is there a mark on your children's body? I said, no mark on my children's body. That was how he carried me. He said I shouldn't talk again. They drove me to their house, to the house that day. I stayed in the house. That was how I got to know. He linked me with Mr. Lincoln. Immediately, Mr. Lincoln sent consent form for Save the Woman and said I should fill it. That night I filled everything. Meanwhile, in the house, before I left them, they had told me that when I was telling them that now you're sending me out of the house, sending away from my children, I said, you don't want me anywhere around this vicinity or the school, anywhere around my children. And there must not be any occasion where I will say mistakenly my children and I meet in the shopping mall or on the road or in the bus, that it's not acceptable. I didn't know because I was panicking. everything they were saying to me was making sense. I didn't want to be wronged in any way to say I escalated and made it thing serious. I just want peace to reign jejely, you know. So that was how I told them. I explained everything to Mr. Lekon. Mr. Lekon said, no wahala, that I should go for the they said I should come to police station by 2 a.m. the second day, 2 p.m. for interview. I should come to the police station. So I called Mr. Lekon. He said I should go, that I should say it, because the way I was talking, Mr. Lekon was like, this one, the way you are even talking, it's, if you are lying, I should know. It's flowing naturally, like naturally, that I should go and just say it the way it is. So I went, when I got to the police station, I met a lawyer. Prior before then, the social worker had sent me a text message to say she had gotten a lawyer for me. I said, I don't need any lawyer. And that she has gotten an interpreter for me. I said, I speak English. English is my lingua franca. I don't need an interpreter for any reason. I can speak and understand English. And if I can't speak it, I'll prefer to write it instead of getting a middle interpreter for me. So he now said, okay, that they won't bring interpreter nor lawyer. So when I got there, the lady, a lady walked up to me and was like, she's so introduced herself as a lawyer and that she'll be representing me today. I said, for what? The fear again caught me. Say this small matter, you don't know why did they go? The lady now calmed me down and said I should explain. So I was talking, I was crying, I couldn't talk. She now said I should just calm down, that the policeman has already spoken to her and that she's assuring me that the policeman in charge of this case is one of the good ones, that I should count myself lucky. She's just telling me this outside, um, house, like based on how the way I'm doing, that I should just calm down. That was how I went. The guy said, is interview on, have I ever done interview on that caution before? I said, no. Have I ever been to the police station anywhere? I said, no. He now explained the modalities for me and said they are recording it in the CD and that the camera that day was not working. If not, the camera will be videoing me, my body languages and all that. And if there's any question he asks me and I don't understand, I can excuse myself with my lawyer outside and my lawyer will break it down for me. That's a white lawyer. That was how we started. For 39 good minutes, I was being bombarded with series of questions. So at the end of the 39 minutes, he stopped the recording. He said, you are very intelligent. You mean you are from Nigeria and you schooled in Nigeria? It was now dawned on me that, am I being stereotyped here? Is it that these people are judging me for what they have read on the internet or what has happened in colonial masters' days, that they are judging, basing me my judgment on? He was not asking me questions about my personal life. That one broke me down again. I felt really bad and sorry for myself. I started crying again. He now said, oh, no, 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 I shouldn't worry. And I said, okay, after now, what is next? Excuse me, please. What's next? He said, um, I should just go to where they put me and that they will get back to me. So I called Mr. Leko, saved the woman, I explained everything to him. He now told me something very, very striking and important. He said, if you keep staying at your friend's place, this thing they are telling you, it's not going to linger. It will linger and you will be the one in charge of your accommodation. My dear, if they give you accommodation, you know you don't have money, you're just a student. Go and take the accommodation. I heeded to what he said. I went and packed my things. I called the social worker. I told her that where is the accommodation? She now sent me to the hotel and I stayed there. So the second day I called at 9 o'clock, I started calling the social worker to hear the outcome of the interview on the caution, because the policeman, they told me that they will send one of the copies of these two CDs to the local authorities. And from there, they will tell me what and what to do. And the lawyer also told me gave me her contact that if I need her, I should come and meet her, and that I will go home. I can go. After now, she knows that certainly I should be on my way home when the local authorities have gone through I've gone through the city, that there's nothing really serious about it. My mind was calm. I called my husband, I told him. So that was it. Surprisingly to me, 10 o'clock, I'll call this lady, the social worker, she wasn't picking up. Sent her messages, series of messages, she wasn't picking up. So at about 3, 4 that day, she now sent me a message to say, called me and said the police in charge of the case has gone for holiday and he will be back on the Wednesday. And that was a Monday. I left home on Thursday, sent me out of the house on Thursday. So that was on Monday. On Friday, I went for interview under caution. So on Monday, I was supposed to return to the house with my small mind. And she now said on Wednesday was the return of the police, that I'll have to wait till Wednesday. So I was counting time, counting every second for that Wednesday. By then, I was still speaking with my children. So by that Wednesday 10 o'clock, I started calling. She now said that they are doing emergency meeting, strategic meeting. Yes, strategic meeting. That after the strategic meeting, that they will tell me what to do. So I was on my phone looking at my phone screen to get the call. So at about 2 that Wednesday, she called and said that they had the professionals, in her words, the professionals are done with the strategic meeting. And she started talking very fast. I should confirm and say, yes, I'm ready to work with him. I said, why would I say yes? I'm ready to work with you. I don't even understand everything, anything you have said. If I tell you I understand, it's a lie. So I told her I did not understand what she said. She said, okay, she will send it to me. She will call me again when I'm a bit settled. I said, okay. She caught it. I called Mr. Save the Woman. Save the Woman said I should send her my email address and send her the consent form I send, agreement form I had with Save the Woman. Let them send the report to Save the Woman. That is like they are playing foul play. That was how the whole thing continued. She called me again. I called her again. She said that this thing I said, she will send it to my email. The email she said sent was they have done strategic meeting with the professionals, and that I said, who are the professionals? Can she please explain who the professionals were and how related are they to this case? She said the school representative, the council lawyer, the police, safeguarding, blah, 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 them, and all that. And now they have agreed that they will put my children on child protection. I said, I don't even know what child protection is. My head scattered. I didn't know what to do. So I started doing my research. Any word big term she tells me, I will write it down and go and start working on browsing, researching on it. Ask Mr. Aleko. Mr. Aleko was busy also with another case, but he was still there, like giving me every answer by the way. So, and that he warned me for one thing. He said, I should mind what I write to them, that these people, they don't have anything to lose. And they can dabaru everything for my enemy if I'm not careful. And that there is tune in my write-up. There is tune in everything. I should be careful. Before I send anything, he has to vet it. Before I send, even if it's a text message, he has to vet any email I send and any call I make. That was how we continued. And I said, yes, sir. Anything I will send to him immediately. I don't know how this man work. I don't know how he shares himself. Immediately I send him, bam, he will hit me with a ring and say, do like this, madam. Or he will say, why am I even saying it? Wait. He will edit it, pa, 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 and fire it to me. I will copy it and paste. That was how we continued. He now said that they have to explain what that thing they are saying to me. what it means. This lady, she will call me on phone and just talk blah 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 blah, blah and say accept, say yes, say yes. I said I can't say yes, I'm sorry. She will call again and say, yeah, blah blah blah. She will rap and say yes. I said, me, I can't even understand what you are saying. I can't even understand it. But if you put it the right way or you calm down and talk to me, I will understand. But this one you are rapping, I don't get it. She will be like, okay, okay, okay. So Mr. Lekon now mailed them. They said their legal team will be the one to answer Mr. Lekon. So that was the Wednesday. On the Thursday, I was in the bus station when she sent me an email, called me. Oh, yes, I received an email. And it reads that I have 2 hours to reply to this email, or else they were going to court. That was how Mr. Leko now said, okay, I should accept it. That was how the journey started. Before then, the hotel they booked for me was for 5 days. The 5 days has elapsed. The new place for me to go and stay. They said I should accept before they will book another place. I said, no, I can't accept. I can't say yes or no. That was how we were dragging it before Mr. Lacon's letter now entered. Immediately, Mr. Lacon's letter entered. The persuasion and the wrapping on voice call changed. Everything now changed to official emails. We were now replying, communicating with emails. Immediately, I had peace. It was like a body, even though the issue was still on ground. But that fear, that stress, that I didn't know what the next minute was bringing for me. I didn't know what the kind of air I want, whether it's air of death, whether it's air of taking my children away from my life. I didn't know what was coming. It reduced. When I started receiving email, at least I will settle down and digest it, browse what I need to browse, understand what I need to understand. That was how we continued. From there, we started doing meetings. The school now said I must not communicate with my children anymore. Meanwhile, Mr. Lake, Save the Woman, had warned me that I should never, for any reason, mention this thing that has happened with my children. I should act like nothing has happened. I shouldn't cry in their presence. I shouldn't be sober in their presence. I should be happy. I should be joyous and everything. If I'm going to them, I should keep all the sorrow, all the pain behind me. There were nights that I was suicidal. There was one night that I was suicidal. I was looking for, I had gone to look for all the windows to jump from that upstairs. God used Mr. Lekon. He called me that night. He said, Madam, you don't dance. I didn't want to pick it before. I just said, this man has been of help. Let me pick this call. That was the next word he said, Madam, you don't dance. You don't dance finish. Which one his video, which one you carry face like this? I now started laughing. He say, hey, why you dey laugh? I said, if I tell you wetin dey my mind now, you go surprise. I've had suicidal thoughts now dey my mind just now. He was like, if you try it, the thing you are fighting for, your children, you will never see them again. Immediately arrange a Zoom meeting for me and other women. One of the ladies said, she drink bleach for this her life. Bleach. She drink bleach, they call ambulance, they carry her. The bleach where she drink what she won't take care herself made the matter worse. Another lady, they put their face, everything, their name, their number. These ladies were calling me severally to keep me balanced. This one said my twin, 3 months old, 3 days old baby, they collected them from my hand. You don't even big. You know, mommy said this, mommy said that for their mind. They don't register for their 3 days old baby. Wait till you know. And I'm alive. That was how encouragement, family, they built family around me. That suicidal thought left me, helped me. One of the ladies was always calling me with praying prayers. She would call me 2 o'clock. I don't sleep. They even went to my workplace. My boss called me and said, they came to investigate, my manager, that they came to investigate, to ask about me. And she told them that me, I don't even talk. that 3 days ago I was in her office. When I left, the director's son was asking her that how does this lady manage to work? She doesn't talk. She now said, funny enough, I've been with them for 1 year, no complaint, that if there is need for me to talk, I talk. So when they came, it was even that man, the director's son, that was saying, is it that same lady that he was talking about, that they are talking about? That no, now they now left. So like that, they said they were investigating, doing this, doing that. They now said, I now thought about it. They said, when I now started research, put myself for child safeguarding level 1, 2, 3, 4. Within that period, I was firing book back to back, reading all the laws, reading the do's and the don'ts. I now discovered that this matter, there was even no mark on the children's body, nothing. If it was an emergency, they could escalate it. But since I've not had any issue with them, why are they escalating it? I met several social workers that are still in the same canteen. They were like, ah, this your matter. You get as it be, you no clear. I no understand. You no clear. I continued prayers with proper guidance from Uno Road, Save the Woman. We continue. Something that started like a joke lingered for 8 good months. 8 good months of children being interrogated in school by strangers. My children, I stopped talking to them. I told my daughter to block me on this thing because I must not talk to them. If I'm going out, I will ask my husband my husband stopped working because he was the one taking care of the children. If I will ask them if they are coming out, the day they will go out, I will not go out. The day they will go for shopping, I will not go for shopping because Mr. Lekon said they are everywhere. I must not mistakenly jam them anywhere. And we are in the same town. I should try. So that was how we continued. They put another man, a social worker, that contact on the day of contact. When the man comes, there's this place that we have routines before this thing happened. The routine we had was I had one day of the week that I take them to park, a particular park, one day of the week, once in 2 weeks, that we go to eat out like McDonald's or anything. I take them. Then once in a month, we go to all these big, like all this climbing, all these bouncing, this thing, all this water splash. We do all those ones. So it was already a routine. So these people, the local authority provided 2 ladies that were coming to take them out for all this tour. They were taking them out almost every day for all these things. They'll buy whatever they want for the children. They said they want the children to get used to them before they will, so that they can be free with them. I don't have a say. They ask the children where they want to go. They want the contact man. The children will pick that place we used to go and play. Because on the Thursday, one of my child, her friends will be in the park with them. Then on a Tuesday, the other of my child, the friends will come. So that's how we used to do it before. So that was how they used to pick Thursday and Tuesday. So when the guy, the contact man, he was like, when we get to the park, he will see my daughter's friend waiting for her. They will be playing. When it is on Tuesday, he will see the other one's friends waiting for him with bicycle. They will be playing. The man will be like, let's go to my house. He's there, we will go. He will even join us to eat. Very nice guy. He will join us to eat if we make food. My husband makes food. He will take us, he would ask me if I mind him dropping me off with that, where my hotel is close to where his wife stays. I said, no, you shouldn't bother. Most times, if I'm coming for contact, I will branch out there. I will be the one to do the shopping for them. He will be the one to help me. Like, there are good people. There are also bad people. There are good whites and there are bad ones. The 2 people that were is it acculturation they call it, that want to blend the 2 cultures together. Because I was working with like 4 social workers. 2, we are doing acculturation between Nigeria culture and British culture. Inside that 2, one is the leader, the team leader for the 2 of them is a very good and homely person, while the other one is very bad. The man that was coming in contact was very good. And the main social worker, I think that one was just working based on stereotype, what she has heard and understood, what she understood about Nigerians and what they had told her in school and over. So one day, my daughter, when I went for contacts, because I don't speak with them on phone, we don't talk. She was not asking me. She said, she was not telling me that today, do I know that one of them, that one that I was saying, I don't, that I have bad women about her, that she walked up to her and told her that she wants to give her her number. And she showed her different emojis and said whenever she is sad, she should send her a sad face emoji in the house. Whenever she is sad in the house, not in school, she should send her a sad face emoji. Whenever she is happy, she should send her a happy face emoji. Whenever she's neutral or worried, she showed me the three emojis. And I said, "Oh, so what did you now tell her?" She said, I told her that I'll have to ask my mommy first. She now said, oh, don't worry, I'll ask your mommy myself. She now asked me, did she ask you? I said, no, she did not ask me. Thank you very much for telling me. I now promised her that my next contact, I will bring a gift for her for telling me that. So on my next contact, I bought a phone pouch, a very fine, fancy phone pouch for her, and she was happy. That was how we continued, though. Sometimes we will go for meetings almost every day. I didn't have time for myself. There was nothing, I couldn't work because I was broken. That was how we continued. So the contact guy, I think the report he was giving within a few days, and he was giving good report. He kept telling me that I guess he kept telling me that I shouldn't worry, that everything will be fine. One day asked me, he said, is it me and these children that they said I abuse? Or is it me and my husband that have issue? I should tell him. I said, me and my husband does not have issue. And my children, I did not abuse them. He now said, okay, I shouldn't worry. When they go to school, they will ask them, the children, when we come from quarter, they'll be telling me, Mommy, they asked me, since I came to the UK, what is difficult? What is difficult? They told them that the space in the houses is difficult. Life is difficult without mommy, and that the space in the house in the UK is difficult. Everywhere is choked up, no compound to play. So what do you like about Nigeria? They will compare Nigeria and UK to them. They'll say Nigeria, we have big compound, we have big house, our rooms are big, our parlors are big. We have our grandma in Nigeria. We have families that we can just enter their house and play. But here, there's nobody. So that was when they now said, okay, they will also need an African to come and blend, explain, simplify the two culture after these British people do their acculturation. That was how we continue. Story plenty. I don't even know what to say. So that was how we continue, doing it. Sometimes they will, for that 8 months, sometimes they were coming to my house unannounced. And when they come, the social worker, they will enter the house, inspect everywhere. They will go. Sometimes if we are, I will be when we are going to this park thing I was talking about after I had returned home, they will see, she will jam us on the road going to park unannounced. She will jam us, see us on the road with the children. My son would have ridden scooter, far fight to be me and my daughter coming like that. One time while I was away from the house, they called me that the children said the school, when school bring report, school will bring report and say the children are happy. They say life is easier without me. The children are happy and that they did not miss me at all. Meanwhile, when the social worker that goes here interview the children, to interview the children, that good one that I was talking about, the report, because she has to, the team leader, she's the one that writes the report. The report she will read in meeting will be different from what the school people say. It is that one that will now say the children said this, that They are missing, they prefer their grandma. They want their grandma. They are missing their grandma in Nigeria. They prefer Nigeria because they have big house, they have big compound to play in and all that. But they will say the children did not even do like as if anything is happening. So one day, the chairperson of the meeting, the child protection district, is also a very good woman. She's liberal. She's at the middle. She's not siding. She's just there saying it, dishing it out the way it was. I jumped this part when it was time to get a lawyer. They gave me series of lists of lawyers. Mr. Lekon said they have lawyer. That was how they linked me with a very good Nigerian lawyer. The lady too, she was very helpful. That she gave me tips and said we should always stock our house with food stuff. When they come, they will always check our house, and truly they check. They took the children for medicals. They checked their teeth. The teeth was clean. They check everywhere. They check their bookwork. They are 100% in attendance, and the children are doing excellently well in school. So the woman was now, after everybody had talked, the woman now, the chairperson now said, now everybody, you people are saying the mother is this and that. But the children kept on saying life is difficult without their mother. The girl that wants to write SAT is crying that her mother is not in the house to help her revise for her exam. Yet people said the woman is bad. Look at what the boy write. My son wrote it in his handwriting that he needs his hair cut. He needs to cut his hair. And he doesn't go to salon. That I'm the one that cut his hair well. Salon, if they cut it, they don't get it the way he wants. That why then are they depriving me from going uh, home? The social worker should give her reasons. Was that day the social worker now said that in all views, I'm not a bad parent, that maybe I was stressed the day I abused the children. And now that what she wants is that I should agree that I abused the children so that it will not happen again. I said I did not abuse the children. For long, up till 8 months, they were still pressing me to say I should accept. One of us, my husband or me, should accept that it happened. I said nothing happened. They now said, okay, what happened? That means my children are liars. I said I did not raise liars. My children are not liars. The thing is, when you people said these children said this thing, I wasn't there. I didn't know under these circumstances the whole thing played out. And now you are asking me to answer a question. I don't even know the circumstances in which the whole matter started. It was the school who came up and said this thing happened, and nobody asked from me. They didn't even see me. They did not speak with me. They called police. And you people said it happened. Did you see mark in the child's body? There was no mark, nothing. That was how my lawyer was pressing the whole matter, was hitting this point. They now said, okay, I should go home, but I will continue with the training. To cut the whole long story short, after I finished with the British acculturation, they now linked me with the African and British link that I have to blend it for me to be able to release my children to understand the fact from somebody that is a professional and understand the both culture. They need that person to explain it to me properly so that I will be able to release my children to acculturate. And I said, if I consent, I said, I consent. The world is a global village. There's nothing, if I don't consent, they might do it out, they can decide to do it outside. I cannot influence their choices all the red days of their life. So that was how we continued. Lo and behold, when the Dudu person came in, the whole thing that was airing out now became strong. If they say they should vote, vote at the end of every meeting. If the whole Brits, they will vote 7, 8. This one, if it's time for her to vote, she will laugh and say, if not that people had voted 7, she would have voted 4. She would have voted 5. But because other people have voted 7, let her just say 6. That was how that one was another bone in the neck. My own people were there inside. That was how we're managing. And whoever has issue with local authorities or social worker, may the person not say because he meet Dudu person, he won't lose guard or he won't turn informer. Please don't try it. Don't try it. Dudu, now them, now you go even dey informal with pass. Because at the end of the day, now them won't proof point say them they rigid, they sabi do their work well, they know the emotional, they know the hard sentiment. That was what I just basically pick out to say that was what this lady was proving. So when they now step at a point, everything was going on. The social worker, the same person, that started the thing, the same social worker that started that was very rigid. After when she now she was getting to know me, she burst into my house unannounced. She meets me on the road and all that. One day she now came and called me to one corner and was like, "You are not a bad person. You are not a bad parent. I cannot apologize to you because it's not my fault, but I'll have to tell you this. You have a very good family, and I want you to continue what you are doing. And at this point, I cannot the case is already is already almost finished. So I'm handing you over to a just graduated social worker to do the conclusive part of it because the major part of the matter has ended. That I hope everything is fine. I said everything is fine. That was how we continued. That matter that was supposed to end with the Dudu woman that was taking the matter, it now lingered for another 4 months. After that, the initial social worker had said that thing. It was now the new social worker that will be telling her that she should speed up things, she should make things fast. That was how she was still lingering it. My children's school representative, we come from one school. That one we say their own. The new school that the older child went to, it was now the social worker there was now as the Dudu woman. We say that they need to add therapy to this case, that they need therapy, that the matter cannot go like that, that I have to accept that I used to beat the children, that if it happened again, how will they know? That was when God now spoke through the new school social work, the new school that my child went. The new school social worker now said, why should he be hitting nail on that? And that if this lady wants to do that, she would have changed that child from that school to a new school. But instead, she relocated. She did so many things. She's far, far away from that school. She still left her child in that school. If she had wanted to hide anything, she would have removed that child from that school. There is no case there. You should forget about that. That was how God used that white man to fight that day for me. So when she now saw that she was the only one on one side in the in the child in need, she now mellowed down and said, okay, she will send the file for approval. It's whatever they approve, she will bring. That was how she now finally sent the file for approval. So, so many things I can't even remember. I'm not good at talking or telling stories,
Thank you
you
very
know.
much. Thank you
So,
very much. You've really, really done well. You've really done well. This is what we are saying. Whenever it happens,
sorry.
go
I
ahead.
want to
Go
I
ahead.
want to add something. Um, there was in the process of all these things, children, when things are happening, they will not say it the very time. Recently, my child started telling me that I had problem. I was sick. So I was always going to the whole trauma and everything caused high blood pressure and everything. So I was managing my health, always going for GP appointment. GP appointment very early appointment. That's what I used to book. So I would drop him in school in the morning. I won't leave him. I would still stand there with him. So one fateful morning, he was not like, Mommy, raise your head up, turn right, and look at that so color of car that is coming. There is one lady that will come out of that car. Look at her very well. Oh. Look at her very well. After she has gone, I will tell you. I say, okay. I will not look at her. I will face away. I said, okay. So when she came, and I used to and look at her. After she had left, he now said, did you see her very well? I said, yes, I saw her very well. And when the woman came, she called him and waved him and left. Called him on his name, waved him and left. That was how he now said, he doesn't know why the woman has been following him, that if he's in is their uh, one of their top this thing in school, is not a teacher, one of their top, I don't want to call her rank, but she's like a top this thing in the school, that if they every week he will come to his class and ask him what he taught them. He will not ask any other person. No. And it is only my children that are do in that school, that it's only my children that were doing in that school when this thing started, that he will ask him that what did they teach him. He will explain what they taught them in the week. He will explain everything to her. He will open his book and check his book. In class, she will come and sit behind him. Anywhere she sees him, she'll be greeting him. Everybody there, he was not like, why is she be friendly with him like this? Every other person is not be friendly. Even when other Dudu joined the school, she was not friendly with them like that. That he doesn't know why she's friendly with him like that. And I said, what is her name? He now told me. That was when my brain now recalled that this was the woman that started the whole matter, that will be shouting in the meeting that I did this, I did that, I did this one, that one, that will be come and be reading report and scatter. And I said, oh, now waiting the play be this. Now waiting the play, thank God, God is not a man. That was how I now add two and say, oh, so now waiting won't happen be this. Pray picking where God give brain to use me as caretaker. It's not as if it's me, it is God that is giving me as caretaker to take care of these children for his glory. Now you won't come because of say he's smart, he the lead class. Now I be my offense now, we be all this one. That was how God helped me and delivered me from these people's hand. Yes, so I'm done. Hello.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Just to uh, ask you a little bit, did you ever think it can happen to you? And have you ever had it before? And probably you have ignored. You think, Shebi, now you get your picking. Who go come near your picking? Have you ever had that thought when you newly come to UK?
Like me, naturally, I'm open to learning new things, you know. But when I came in, I heard about Save the Woman actually. I had it from my school group, but I wasn't having that time to say, let me settle down and even go into what these people are doing. And with the fact that I've done several trainings and all that. And another thing is, do you know, after this thing happened to me, if I go somewhere, I see some parents now that just came in, they'll be shouting at their children, shouting in public. I go, waka, go meet them. I go, you start the tell, they say, eh, eh, don't do that. They will say, wait, am I picking? I say, you don't do that. Calm down. If the argument, I will say, me, why they tell you so? I've been a victim. I don't want anybody to go through what I've gone through. The one day categorically told me, he said they know the kind of people where they call me. That day I felt really bad. I even told Mr. Lekon when he approached me for this talk, I told him, I said, see, There are people that would never, no matter what the effort you put in, that will never believe this thing is going on. Even if it happened to person with them, know, they go still say the person no talk true. There's two sides of a coin. He no talk am as e be. It can never happen. Blah 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 blah. I said it. People will still do it. I no want to talk this matter after that disgrace that person gave him. Mr. Lekona calmed me down. I said no be like that. If we use the way body scratch us, we scratch am, e go wound our body. I should just, because of the good people that are ready to learn, I should just let that one air out. That was it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Like we normally say, we are all human beings and we are all equal. But unfortunately, the environment we find ourselves, you might be not be treated the same way. That fundamental right, being treated with dignity, with respect, you might not have that. And there are thousands of lawyers, millions of lawyers, but not every one of them are ready to do work with conscience. Some are also being bullied. In fact, some of the Black social workers were, for the fear of my colleague should not say something, or my colleague should not think I'm supporting this family, or probably they were under pressure due to some, you know, when we talk about discrimination, being treated unfairly, it's happening everywhere. So some of them, they know the right thing. They will tell you off record. Sometimes some of them will tell you off record, but they were pushed under pressure of what to do, what to write, and what to say. And they lack conscience. That is the truth. Some of them lack conscience because they know the truth, but because they want to keep that job or keep that mortgage running, pay bills, is a concern. This is a report just in July this year. Racism driving Black and minority ethnic social workers into agency work. Find research. Most local authorities now, they are losing staff. It is agencies that are doing some of the work, majority of the work. And when they are doing those work, not all of them put mind in those work. That is why you see many family experiencing change of social worker. Within a month or 2 months, you'll be hearing, I've got 9 social workers. So please help us share this. If you are yet to subscribe, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please subscribe. And we are having Afrocentric parenting program. The next cohort for January 2024, we've got the dates already. Saturday, 28th of January and Saturday, 27th of January. We are using 2 days, 2 Saturdays, starting from 4 p.m. If you have not registered, we've put the link on the YouTube channel. Please do yourself a favor and register for that course. Before we go for today, Madam, can you say something about the course? You attend the course, right?
Yes, I did.
What can you say about the course?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, it's it's very educative. And the good thing about it is you have life experiences. Like it's not just theoretical, like children, parents, they will give you examples with their children, like daily as challenges you are facing with your children that you really do not know. You've tried so many methods, it didn't work. They will give you um a, um tacts that they use, tips that they use, and it worked for them. And also, I forgot to add this. In this process, when this whole thing was going on, there was this scripture that never left my mouth and my mind. My children will be taught of the Lord, and great shall be their peace. All through the process of them filling form, answering questions, saying different things, talking about different things, that was what I was praying, and God was making them to say the right thing. And I need to say this, after the whole thing has gelled down, I now asked them that day what actually happened. And they explained and said When I had dropped them, I stood because I was sick. I stood at a far distance and stood there and was watching them walk into the school. That the both of them had argument. They were arguing and quarreling. So when they got to school, the younger one was already crying. So he got to school. He now went to report that his sister always does this to him. And when it happens, his mommy we not allow him talk. We be blaming him and said he should respect his sister. He shouldn't fight his sister. He shouldn't do this to his sister. That was what he went to report. So that is that. That was what he said he can remember that day.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Those of you that you're on this platform here now, do you want to say anything before we round up? Because we want this to be, in a future. I can see Rush there. Rush there. You want to say something? Please, those of you watching, where are we going next week? We are going to Rush there. Rush there next week, Saturday, same time,
Not
5
first time.
o'clock. That is going to be bam. She wants to give you a tip of what to wait for, what to hear on Saturday. Please, if you want us to come to your local authority, talk about your local authority, we've had loads of local authority case study. Put it on the comment chat. Send us an email. We will bring exactly from your local authority for you. First come, first serve. Rush there. Go ahead.
Well done, sister. It has been God through the journey. It can only be God. Because I've been in this UK since 2009. My husband came with a student, and I came in with 3 children, and I had my last born here. Shalom, she's 8 years now, when I was 42. So me and these 3 children, we have been managing ourselves very, very, very well. We had Scotland, Aberdeen, to be precise, where the work, as you said. But these people, they are too lovely. They are too much. Until we came to Manchester.
Do you
Manchester,
do you mind
different
change
people.
position?
My 3 children.
Do you mind help us change position? I think the network is going up and down.
All
Do you
right,
change
sir.
the position?
All right. And so when we came to Manchester, they have already grown a little bit, so they know the right from left. They know the rules of the house. It's happening in all the offices as well. What happens in the offices, you don't say it out. That is confidentiality. That happened in the house. Until when I started bringing my niece to UK, that is when I had my own problem. So by next week, I will be able to give you full gist. I hope everyone will be there then.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You can see you are going to hear more next week, Saturday, same time, 5 o'clock. Rush there. Let's go to Rush there. Let's go to Rush there. Manchester, we are nearby. We are coming down there as well. Birmingham, wait for us. Sunderland, don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. You all know about Middlesbrough. We started from Middlesbrough, so we don't need to start telling you the story again because God has done it for us. Middlesbrough statistics have gone down now, but the expenditure on children's social care is still alarming. It's still alarming. It's still alarming. Over 20 local authorities are about to go on bankrupt based on due to the expenses on social care. £63,000 per week per child. You know how much that could cost. And what are we asking for family? Early support, but no support anywhere. So thank you so much for joining. We look forward to see you next Saturday. But before then, please share this, spread this, subscribe before you go, and leave your comment. If you're going to join next Saturday, don't join alone. Invite someone. So once again, thank you for this episode of Darlington, United Kingdom. Last week was Bournemouth. Today, we've heard about Darlington. So, as we waiting for the next Saturday, let's all meet to hear about Rochdale. Please hashtag Rochdale. Let them know we are on the way to Rochdale. Thank you. Bye for now, everyone.